I'm about ready to get loud.
It's getting.
All right,
We're gonna get turned.
listen up. Yes, we're going to turn it up.
We're gonna crank it up.
We're going to turn it up for applications of differentiation and integration. Okay, so now basically what we're going to do is, okay, if you're looking at the notes that I said the other day, this is actually what we had. So what I did is, I resent basically things that we already went over. So these right here is another way of just basically more of these problems, right? So starting at 1 goes to 10 units of this, 1, 4 units of this. Okay, and we have however many units of that. Now, another one that you're going to see is like this. These are formulas for what we're going to do. So these are going to represent our different things that we're going to have. So this is, you know, like I to the 0, I to the first, I squared, and I to the third. So you could actually combine these together to get others. Like I to the 5th would be what?
I to the 3rd.
Times I squared, right? Yeah, so we can do all that. Okay, so now to evaluate this one right here, here's another one. I squared plus I cubed over n. We factor out the n, the 1 over n, which comes out here. Replace my I squared with what we have up here. Yes, so we get this, plus my I to the 3rd, which we get over here. And then we have this set up. So we're basically we're multiplying this plus this, which actually comes out right here. And if I were to do this, I would just plug in 50 for this each time. So it'd be 1 over 50 times 50
plus 51.
50 plus 1.
101.
Yeah, so it's 2 times 50 plus 1 all over 6 plus 50 squared, 50 plus 1 squared over 4 right there. Now, there's a numerical value for that. So it's all expanded, it's all written out, and so now from here, I can just plug it in the calculator. Now, you know what's a whole lot easier?
Asking Quattro for that.
Put it in the calculator in the first place.
Cool.
But sometimes you don't have a calculator and you need to expand some of these things out. So in expanded, evaluating, if we expand it, it's going to look like this. You're not going to do a 50 because all these are going to look ridiculous, big numbers. Okay? Yeah, it's not nice, and you get fractions, which makes it even worse. Because fractions are your friends, not food, right?
Change this food.
With this pie cap.
I'm sorry.
Bro,
Anyway.
stop.
Okay, so if I could, so please evaluate that for me. You guys have calculators in front of you, don't you?
No.
Yes.
Now I do.
Very good. Calculators.
We don't have these.
You're right. So that means you have to actually work while you're here.
You got the
What
work in
is
class.
Work.
What is love?
So do we plug in the I?
Nope. We just are going to use the numerical for this.
I thought I
Put 51. Dang.
Should we buy one of those for college?
Why are you doing this already? You're cheating. You're not supposed to cheat. Yeah. Cheat's on the next one.
I mean,
Should we buy one of those for college?
what?
To have this for that?
It's actually a very, very good one because it has the Excel spreadsheet, which actually helps you out with other things.
What do you call
Should we
it?
get the CX or this?
No, you can't use the 6.
No?
No.
Use the other one.
Yeah, you can use CX, you cannot use CAS.
Oh my bad. That's the one I meant because I have a 6.
Cannot use CAS.
Because I see.
Yeah, that one will even solve for, you know,
It's
all
cheater.
your equations and everything. So it would be like the derivative of this and asking for critical points equal to 0.
Oh, I got the answer.
That can do that.
I got the answer.
Okay, so the answer should be
33 3,371. Anybody else want to do it?
No.
To double check. Did you get the same?
Okay, so now someone else. Good job. Someone else.
Five.
Remember how we did this the other day?
Yeah.
Put that in the calculator. Where do I find that symbol?
In the
It's the
the
book of
one next to
thought.
the book.
In the book of thought.
Next to the book of thought.
It's
Next to the book of
the great big book of everything inside.
I have no idea what you're thinking about.
The book of the secrets to universe.
42.
That's the answer.
That's the answer. That's not correct.
That's not it.
That's not the question.
The
I
answer.
kind of joined.
Is
like
it?
to do
I
about
thought
that.
No. You know what the question was?
What's the answer to the life, life, the universe, and everything?
So
42.
it is 42, but that wasn't the question.
I mean,
Does anyone know the question?
Now the question that they used to replace that one was, how many roads
Where's my
must
dad?
the man walk?
How many roads?
42.
There's only
oh wait, do I put 50? Oh, I'm retarded.
And for n, you do put in 50. Yes.
I'm retarded. I just put N.
There's only one road.
Oh my gosh.
It's a song. You guys know I'm recording this, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're in like random
Oh yeah,
conversation.
same thing.
Woo! Look at that. Thank you. We have one person
I'm
trying
on fire
to.
today.
Woo! Maybe it's all that raising canes.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Oh,
it's
I
raising my
couldn't
power
keep
level. Shout out to all the
Over 9,000.
Yes, sir. I reached my.
So we get the same thing, don't we? Okay, so now try this one.
Oh man, I was trying this
I
one.
wonder which style.
Oh dang!
Like
I got-
like,
Wait,
Gotta
is
take a
the
quick bite
is
of
getting
cake,
this
though.
program free on the
do I want?
PCs?
Do I want the calculator style? Didn't use it until.
What do I do? Oh. Could I-
So, are you asking for the emulator? You
Could I just
have to
do-
pay for it.
You know what?
Like, oh, I can give me mine.
True.
Torrents.
Torrent.
You really use torrents?
Good
I
luck
got
on
it.
that one.
32.50.
32.50.
Wait, I'm retarded. I did the bottom one.
Oh man.
You said that this one right here is 32.50.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Which one? I want 30.
Maybe we'll see.
The top one's 1460.
1460.
16.
Where? This
Q.
Q. What'd you say this one?
I got 14,
16.
16, 0.
14160.
14,160.
And do you guys agree on this one? 3250.
Sure. I gotta use the book of thought.
3,250. That's what I got. 25,
I'm just making sure someone else is actually doing this and validating what you're doing.
25 on top. I equals 1 on the bottom. Parentheses. T squared. I mean I squared minus 7i.
Yep.
No.
3,250.
Not bad, right?
No.
Ah, I got my calculator all greasy.
130.
Dang.
I'm glad it's not mine.
I,
All right, so now we're going to do some upper and lower. So this classifies as Riemann sum. Upper and lower sums to approximate the area of the region using 8 intervals of equal width.
My fellow black man.
8 intervals of equal width. Now, for this occasion right here, it was from 0 to 2, right?
Yes.
It's from 0 to 2. Eight intervals. So how would I get 8 intervals?
Like that.
Like that?
Like that.
Now, because most times they're not going to give it to you.
Oh, we don't have that.
You're right.
Dang.
So,
It's the nuts and sense for me.
this one right here, we have to try and figure out a way to figure out our intervals. So we take our entire distance, and it's going to be the b minus the a divided by n. So in this case right here, my b is what? 2. What is my a?
0.
It's 0.
What is the n?
8.
8. There's my 8 intervals. That's what I'm looking for. So if I were to do that, it would be 2 minus 0 over 8, which is going to give me 1/4. So it breaks up into 1/4, doesn't it? So on the graph, it's already broken up for you. Okay, because I like this graph and I wanted to use it. So use the upper and lower sum to approximate the area of the region using A intervals. Okay. Now, for this one right here, I'm going to have to try and set this up. So my first interval would be from where to where? 0 to 1/4, right? What's my next interval?
1/4 to 2/4. Or 1/2.
Next one?
1/2 to 3/4. 3/4 to 1. 1 to 5/4.
Next one's going to be 1 to what?
5/4.
Next one?
5/4 to 3/2. 3/2 to 7/4. 7/4 to 2.
7/4.
Just put 4 plus 3.
I don't have enough room.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of got it crammed in there.
What is
So I have all my intervals. Now, these are going to be what shape?
rectangle?
Rectangles, right?
Big, long, skinny ones.
They are going to be rectangles.
That's like
Okay, they are going to be rectangles. Since these are going to be rectangles here, I'm going to have to try and figure out how to do that. What is the area of a rectangle? Okay, length times width. So for this right here,
So it's 1/4.
my width for every single one of these is going to be how much?
1/4. 25 cents.
Is it 1/4 here?
Yes.
Is it 1/4 here?
Affirmative.
So every single one, these are all equal width, aren't they?
height.
So they're equal width, so it's going to be 1/4. So basically, I'm going to be multiplying length times width times.
Height.
Okay, so work with me here. So if I were to do this, it would be,
1/4.
okay, let's say I'm going to have here
2.
this one. So it's going to be,
1/4.
so I'm going to start with the left. And it's going to be 2 times
1/2.
plus,
Plus.
okay, so if I'm starting with the left side,
So you go to the right side.
then it's always going to be left side. These are all the left
No.
right here. So the left side, so now it'd be right here. So if I started at 0, so it's basically f of 0 is 2.
F of 1/4.
Something like that.
1/4 equals 2.5.
1/4, that's going to be 1/2, 2.5, 3/2. 2.5 is 5/2, right? 5/2, sorry.
Oh,
So it's 5 halves times
1/4.
plus,
Like 2/4.
plug in,
Grab 2/2.
so 1/2,
Rad 2 over 2 plus 2.
rad 2 over 2 plus 2,
Would be 2 plus rad.
That's a triangle.
times,
4 plus rad.
1/4.
okay, right? Plus, what goes in next?
Rad 3 over 2.
Rad 3 over 2, right?
Plus 2.
Plus 2. Now, do you notice a pattern here?
Yeah.
What is the pattern? It's all going to be multiplied by 1/4, isn't it? This is the pattern we have to try and get out of this. It's the same thing, but it's going to be, each one of these values is going to be multiplied by 1/4. So can I factor that out
Yeah.
to simplify this?
And then just add all those?
Yeah. So it's going to be look like this. It's going to be 1/4 times, basically it's going to be f of 0 plus f of
8. Four.
plus f of, because it's going to be all these left sides right here, right? Do I do it too?
No.
No, I don't. So that's the point of actually doing the left side. Okay, there's one of them I'm going to ignore. So I'm kind of going to ignore the two.
Well, quick question. If you
Yes.
If you did the right side, would you have ignored the 0?
Yep.
So we can just choose whether.
Depends on what it's asking for.
Okay, so most of the time the question will ask you for the right.
Also depends on the graph.
Yep.
Damn it.
Man, someone is on fire. Seriously.
The canes.
I know.
Bro, I
Someone
should get
bring
cane-
this.
Should get cane from Alton.
I know.
Yo.
Okay, hello YouTube subscribers. Someone please bring him canes every day, and he might actually pass his class.
Yo, we want to bring these.
I'm already in the wrong direction.
5, 4.
Oh. I was just talking to a smart boy.
7, 4.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is that supposed to be
All right, so
6/4?
it's basically 6/4 is 3/2, isn't it?
Oh, that's what that is? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't,
3/2. I'm sorry. 3/2. So this is the left side of this.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do the right side.
Basically, we can go through and actually do that. Now, how did I teach you guys how to do this on the calculator?
You told it. Oh wait, you grab.
Can you do the F?
You grab the function and then you go with.
Grab the
bars.
function, right? So put the function in. You put the function into your graph, right? You put the function in your graph, then you go back to your scratch pad, then you actually
Bars it all out.
vars, right? Y vars, then it should be 1.
Goes. Got it. Escape. Bars. 0. Nope. Delete. All the way It's gonna take quite a bit, sure.
All right. Thank you to that guy. Guy is on fire. All right. So I'll even box it in. So my area is what?
5.67. 5.6847. Sorry about that, sir.
There's
The
no
units.
Units.
Square.
You could just put U.
No.
What?
Can't just put U. It'd have to be square because area is square, right?
Or besides that.
He's talking about how you abbreviated units.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I put U in it.
Yeah. Just U. U's fine.
United Nations.
All right. So that was the left. Let's try for the right.
I'm already ahead of you.
Woo!
I was low-key scared you weren't gonna do it, and I was gonna be like, that man.
Oh, hey, let's do it for the right now. Now, this time for the right, and I'm doing it for the right now, it's going to look like this, and I'm going to have, let's see. So as the right, I'm going to do my rectangle there, all these points right here. Now, again, what's my width of every one?
4/4.
1/4, okay. So still 1/4, so this is my right.
I got
So-
6.03825. We're supposed to skip the 0 and
Yep.
add in the 2, right? Three fourths, 1, 5/4, 3/2, 7/4, and dead.
All right, and the guy that is on fire, he says it's what?
6.03825. You want to round that to you?
0.
38. Wow.
And
I just rounded.
You round to 4 usually.
yeah, you would round to 4, so it should be
6.03843.
yeah. That 2 would become a 3.
A tree.
On the AP exam, they want you to go 4 units all the time. So if it doesn't say round it to 4 units, it's only on the calculator portions that you have to deal with that.
Okay.
All right, so let's take a look.
Wait, did anybody else get that?
Hold up.
Serious question. Look at your rectangles.
What about it?
Are these above the line or below the line?
Up. Wait, no, so those are below. Wait.
Okay, but you're looking at the rectangles.
I'm looking at the rectangle. Oh wait, oh they're above.
Above for right.
Above.
And what about this one?
Below.
So what do you think about my estimation here?
Should be
That
the
should be the median.
What do you think the estimation about this? Think about this right here. Is this going to be a, is it lower? This one right here is going to be an underestimation, isn't it?
No, it's gonna be overestimated.
And this one's going to be a overestimation.
That makes sense.
So those type of things, we have to look at the shape of this when we're talking about it. So I know that my estimation should be less than this, right?
But more than the other.
But more than this one here. So somewhere in between. So you just need to understand that you are taking
5.9.
the area here and somehow
Guesstimate.
solving for it. Now, let's pretend like we paid attention in 4.1.
Dang.
So my function
I need
was,
an extinguisher to my fire.
Right x plus 2.
and what was my interval?
0 to 2.
So this is a brief introduction of what we're going to come up next. Intervals with bounds. Now, if I were to rewrite this, would this be f of
X.
X.
So 1/2 plus 2.
right? So if we're looking for the area under a curve, that means we're doing the integration of x 1/2 plus 2 dx
So it is.
from 0 to 2.
What? There's numbers in the integration symbol?
We just get the last two.
From 0 to 2.
That's crazy. So that would be
Now,
X to the
remember,
3/2
what do we do all this time?
divided by
So
2.
integration, we
add
your exponent, right?
So that'd be
x to the
3/2 divided by 2.
divided by 3/2, right?
Oh wait.
Divide by 3/2, so it's going to be
3 over 2.
2 over 3.
No, 2/3. My bad. 'Cause we
2/3,
take-
very
we
good,
did
by the
opposite.
reciprocal, right?
Plus 2x
Plus
c.
2x. Now, plus c. You'll see what's going to happen to the c here momentarily.
So it's a c number.
You'll see.
You'll see.
Stop.
Oh my
I didn't.
Stop. Anyway, all right, so this is what's going to happen. So we're going to actually take the top minus the bottom. So we're going to evaluate for this function the top minus the bottom. But then if I'm doing the top minus the bottom, I'm going to have this minus the bottom, and it's going to be this again, right?
Oh, so
C minus C, which goes away. So in this case right here, the C is going to go away. So it's basically just going to be 2, 3/2 over 3
Plus 4.
plus 2 times 2, right?
Oh,
Minus the bottom, which is going to be
2
2 over 3,
0 to 3/2
right?
plus 2 to the 0 plus
No, 2 times 0, not 2 to 0.
Right? So,
2 0.
because I would add it, the C would be adding right here, right? And
It's
since
just a
I'm
waste.
subtracting over there,
Waste time.
So it's a plus and a minus c, so the c's go away. And we get that for an answer. And let's evaluate that with your handy dandy calculator, see what my exact answer should be.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you guys actually put this in the calculator, right? I get you. You're on fire today.
I can tell you the exact answer.
Nobody likes you. That me. No one likes a sharp, okay? I got 5.88562.
Do you want an exact or an estimated?
Give me an estimate. I don't mind an estimate.
What is the exact?
Isn't that what we're actually trying to do here?
5.88562.
So 5.88. So now, that is my exact answer, isn't it?
That's your estimate.
That should be the exact
Exact
answer.
answer.
It's a decimal though, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the decimal for what we have. Let's go back and look.
5.8.
Here's my over, right?
Oh, is that the mid?
Here's the over. And this one is my under.
This is my brain right now.
Okay.
There's an emoji
So-
for that.
Anyway, isn't that poo symbol?
That's crazy.
All right,
Nacho.
don't forget, like and subscribe.
You did some voodoo, man.